Okay, here we go. Third times is the best time. Alright, well, this is Rusty Rabbit demo. Let me read what the tagline says. Humankind abandoned the Earth as it ended another ice age. Over time, those who came to hold dominion over the world were rabbits. Stan, a cute rabbit with an old soul, pilots his trusty mech youngster through the giant ruins of a frozen world in his side-scrolling action-adventure. The tags is action-adventure 2D platformer 2.5D, and it should be tagged Metroidvania because I think it's very likely it is that way. Alright, you have timestamps down below if you don't want to skip me. I'm gonna go into the options. I recommend everyone to, peek through the options to optimize your experience, but use the timestamps to go to gameplay. Because here we go, options. Language. Nice bit of section there. And you have audio language to choose from. I'm gonna just turn down. Oh right, forgot to say this is planned to be released on the 17th of April 2025. No price yet. I'm gonna close my browser. That can affect performance of the game. And I'm also gonna do this. I do apologize, but I don't want to do this a fourth time, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with this. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna restart recording a fourth time, even though messing up this little intro with no gameplay there. There we go. Game settings. This is default, adjust brightness. You can skip cutscenes with your start button. I'm gonna be using my Gamesir T4 to play this game, so this is nice quality of life things. Text speed. Don't know what that is. I like this one, that if you wanna skip some animations for faster gameplay, screen shake off. For me, the default is on, so this is great options. Gamepad vibrations or rumble. Keyboard mapping, you can force if you want DualSense, Xbox layout or keyboard layout to be displayed. This is amazing. Every game I would love this to be default options. Hopefully you can combine mouse and keyboard and and Game Pass and whatever, and just force what you want to be displayed through this one. This is gamepad configuration. You have some kind of default type that you can use here. One thing that is missing is that you can't really remap movement. Movement is gonna be left analog stick and then you choose your weapons with your D-pad. I would like to swap that, unless the game is gonna be heavily reliant on analog aiming. I think that should be a thing. Maybe switching type A to type B, which is gonna be, maybe that is gonna change that. I don't know. Maybe when we get into the game, I might try to swap to see what that's gonna be. So I've remapped this one, which is great. Jump is my right stick click. That's a right back pedal here. I love it. This is again top notch. My roller dash is remapped, and you can remap to the stick click. That is huge. No, it's like maybe 30, 40, maybe 50% of the game that I feel you do support remapping to the thumbstick click, so great job. Settings, again, you have everything you need, and it starts at 80%. I think it maybe 70 could be best, but this is amazing. You can boost or lower it, and it doesn't just blast everything at the highest possible from the get-go. Graphic settings, window full screen borderless, great. 1440p. So the game does say that it supports ultra widescreen and super ultra widescreen here. That is with black bars. Hopefully there will be native support or there will be a mod. I'm gonna say this once. There's a lot to say here, but this game just has a super heavy vibe of Fist Forge in Shadow or Shadow Forge. Forge in Shadow, I think. That is just very similar. It's a 2.5D game, Metroidvania with a rabbit in focus. It's a dark, gritty game. Just the options, the vibe is super heavily just close to this in a way. And that game got a mod to that added super ultra wide, and I hope this game gets native support or get a mod for that, because that was so that like you should play that game if you like 2.5D Metroidvanias, and hopefully you should play this game also, that we will see soon, right? But that game, just with the ultra widescreen, super ultra widescreen, it's amazing for that type of these type of games. But yeah, this is not working. It added black bars, so 16:9 we are going for. You can go this from like low to ultra settings. Everything is on ultra here, which is, this is decent. You know, you might want to know exactly what type of anti-aliasing, you might want to maybe choose some anisotropic or whatever, but this is really nice options here. Could be more, but it's good and nice. This is, you know, with Lumen, you can see here, and this is by ray tracing. I guess both are pretty much ray tracing, but this is software ray tracing, I think. And this is, you can choose hardware or software ray tracing here. I've turned the hardware on, it seems to be working fine. Not sure exactly the difference between software and hardware ray tracing here, what it is. So really nice that you can turn it on or off. This is gonna take a huge performance hit. Unfortunately, you know, that's the case, but you're nice to have it as an option. The thing that is really missing here is an FPS limiter. I had to use Riva Tuner statistic server here to limit. You can see in the top left it says 60 frames, even though VSync is off. So FPS limiter with at least 30, 60, 120, 144. Please add that to the game, and that would make it so more greater. Another thing is that this is quite heavy game, so upscaling FSR works on every hardware, NVIDIA, DLSS, because NVIDIA is huge in the market. And you know, I have an Intel, I would love XeSS, some upscaling options, or at least I'm guessing this is Unreal, could be Unreal Engine 4 or 5, I'm not sure which one, but you know, maybe Unreal Engine 5, maybe add TSR. Well, it should be Unreal Engine 5 since you have Lumen here, so Unreal Engine 5. Maybe have at least the built-in TSR upscaling in Unreal Engine 5 with like a resolution slider available. And lastly, I wouldn't mind having frame generation. You know, AMD frame generation is great, works on all kind of hardware, and can be used with, you know, FSR and DLS and XeS, you know, mix and match. But you know, some kind of frame generation, FSR, you know, NVIDIA DLSS, and optionally, you know, again, I have Intel XeSS. Other than that, this is just top-notch demo, amazing. Let's get into it. So this is on ultra settings, everything's cranked to max in 1440p on the Intel ARC B580 here. Start just like this. Sorry, I had to say it.
Figure.
In a bar with a rabbit drinking.
Well, in that case, let me start by introducing myself. I'm a rabbit. The name's Stamp. Once they get to know me, most folks call me Rusty. Way back when, I was a husband, and after that, a father. Now, I'm just a regular, worn-out old rabbit. That's about all there is to say about me. What else is there to talk about? Junk, I guess.
Right, I'm gonna point out this one. I've done this is the third time trying to get this recorded, but okay. So I want to point out here is that I think that the punctuation here, that like the pauses, I guess in dramatic pauses or pauses between text is way too long.
It's my life.
It should be more of a flowing dialogue here.
It's the only thing I know.
This is too long pause.
I really understand that stuff. I doubt it understands me back, of course. Even so, junk makes me laugh, cheers me up, and teaches me all kinds of useful things.
And go.
What more could you ask for in a friend?
Yeah, a little bit more flow to the dialogue. But you can skip this, which is nice, you know.
That's right. It speaks to me. I don't mean out loud. Even if it could hear me talking to it, there's no way it would answer me. But it still speaks to me. It's chatty stuff, that junk. It talks to me in its own special way, pretty much non-stop. And I can hear those voices speaking to me. Nobody else knows what they're saying, but I do. That's what sets me apart from other folk, and makes me who I am. There is nobody else who understands the first thing about junk. Not the way I do. So, guess I'd better start by teaching you the best way to get acquainted with junk.
Ooh, dropped a little bit of frames. Ooh, okay.
This is Smokestack Mountain.
Oof.
Long ago, before the age of rabbits.
Oh
they
no.
say that
Sorry for if it stutters in the YouTube video here. The game is a little bit heavy here.
I come around here.
I gotta turn down the settings a bit.
For junk.
Oh my god.
I run a junk shop, but rust scrubbing is more of a hobby for me.
Yeah, Intel ARC B580 does not like recording in OBS when the GPU is like maxed out, so I'm gonna lower the settings. It should be fine when I get into game. Oh my god, come on. Okay, we're skipping this, I'm sorry. We get to get OBS running. There we go. Let me turn the settings down here. Options. Graphic. Should do it? No? That should do it, okay. Hi. That's a very minor difference there, so. Alright, let me just tab out to see if it's... I think it's stable again. Alright, turn down the settings a little bit. You can turn off, and you can see here, this just gives you great performance, right? Let me do this so you can... Right, you can see how it's gonna be looking now, right? This is how it looks, no ray tracing.
Let's go.
Right, you have a map. Scroll in, scroll out, move with the right stick. I would like to move with my left stick. No pins, but it seems like it will mark automatically important stuff for you. So far it looks pretty good. Again, this map is reminding me of the other game I mentioned. This is amazing Metroidvania. So, and you know, that was a good map, so seems nice. I like that you have like something like open off the map, but you can clearly see around me what I have explored and not. So a good map. Oh,
let's go.
Oh, can't go back. But yeah, you can see the graphic setting here, but let's turn on ray tracing here for the video's sake. Options, graphics. Let's keep this on high and ultra. VRAM is utilizing around 6 gigs with OBS recording, so alright, not too bad, not too crazy. In 1440p, so there we go. Let's turn on that. Effect quality high, blah blah blah. Let's try it. Let's see what kind of performance we do get here. There we go, around 90%. Yeah, it's good enough.
Go. Blast off.
Runs good, seems to be recording good. Looks a little bit darker maybe. Not a, like, you can probably run this fine without any ray tracing. If it starts lagging, I'm probably gonna
Look at this.
I'm probably gonna turn off if it starts like dropping tons of frames later on.
What do you think? They're pretty cute, huh?
Alright.
Wake up in the morning, and I've been doing...
Right, so you get your inventory here. Blah 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 blah.
What are we looking at?
Right, so you have these little things. And I get different weapons. Alright. You have a guide to tell you what to do. Right. Alright, you also have an item here. Healing items and stuff, and you can assign this one, right? Okay, you can use or equip it. Some kind of maybe upgrade or crafting tools. Something that you might be able to craft later on, alright.
Go.
Seems like you might be getting some kind of experience here, so... let me see. I think I'm gonna... background aspects. Gonna turn this one to... turn down that, the smooch. So it plays pretty good. It has a little bit of a heavy clunk to the movement here. And also there is like a frame of something like... the character stops and then jumps. It does this like animation. That is a little bit interesting. Let me turn... or just a smooch. Yeah, I don't like that there is like this tiny pause before my character jumps.
Let's go.
Right, there's an enemy. If you take too much damage, you can heal yourself. You can use the left button to directly heal, or you can use this menu to heal. Again, this is feels very similar to, you know, Fist. I'm gonna have to point that one out, you know, unfortunately, because you have this kind of drill thing in Fist also. Oh, I clipped through. This is a weird door. I've been clipping through it every time I've tried this one. Press up to activate. Alright, we might be dropping one frame here and there, but very little drop frame, so let's keep these settings to showcase how it looks pretty damn good. I do personally think that Fist, Fortune, Shadow have more of a...
There's one thing I know for sure. Sooner or it might be...
Alright, yeah, we're gonna skip that, I'm sorry. But yeah, it has a little bit, tiny bit of... the Fist, Fortune, Shadow have like a darker feeling to it. Press right, skip while dashing. Oh, yeah, it is a... I like the Fist, Fortune, Shadow's graphic style a tiny bit more. This is a little bit lacking a little bit less oomph in this area, and is you know, a little bit brighter and everything. It could change. It could change later on. It for sure could change, that it could be, you know, much more beautiful environments coming. I'm sorry for MSI Afterburner covering the minimap on the top left, but I want to keep an eye on that just for... Ooh, we have a grapple. I want to keep a little bit of eye on the performance if I need to tweak it. OBS is like dropping a frame here and there. It's you know, like very little frames drop, so it should look really smooth.
Let's go.
So I think I want to keep these settings to, you know, showcase, you know, the beauty, the graphical look here. But yeah, I'm dropping one frame here and there in OBS. It is currently at around like 0.1% low.
Let's go.
Okay, there was nothing here. Oh. Ooh, stun.
Go. Damn it.
It is pretty good, but it is some kind of clunkiness a little bit that I need to get used to when it comes to when it comes to the movement and this kind of that ability thing works, how the floating thing works. Right, so you have it on the bottom right, you can see there is like a cooldown, the yellow thing, for how long you can use your attack at once. If I were to use it now, it would stop. I would need to wait for a cooldown here. Maybe this will be upgradable later on. Yeah, this map is nice. I like how it expands and stuff like that so far, and it auto marks some nice little things. So the red thing there is a lava pit, and the blue is gonna be water. It's nice that water is marked on the map. You could always make this that the map could have matched the game more with like a 3D feel or whatever. But yeah, I think this is good. Elevator out of order.
Don't know what that says, but it looks like I could ride this down if I wanted to reach the lower levels. Ruins are full of weird stuff like this. Who knows what it's really for?
Oh, dropped a little bit of frames here also. Well, that's just during the cutscene, that's fine.
That thing moves even faster than I expected. I like a good thrill ride as much as the next rabbit, but...
Oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like it didn't agree with poor Junkster. I'd better get it back to the garage.
Oh, oops, oh, sorry. I tried the fast forwarding, but that was really fast. Yeah, blah blah for many functions are inoperable. Let's carefully look for a portal back to the village, alright? I'm gonna try something. I'm just curious about the game language. Oh, I can't change this only from the title screen. That's unfortunate. I would like to, hear the difference from the Japanese and the English language, but I guess you can't do that. Oh, very unfortunate. All right, let's look for a portal. Oh, you have a marker.
We go. Well, look at this. It looks like this way leads to the outside. Might as well head back from here then. That was a lot of work for such a small haul, but... oh well. Some days, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I would like a more flowing, a little bit faster paced voicing here. Again, this might be an English voice thing, I don't know. But it's a little bit too slow paced, a bit too much pausing there. Unfortunately, that the frame seems to be dropping quite heavily in the cutscenes.
Old junkster got more banged up than I thought. I patched it up as well as I could for now, but a lot of its functions are still broken. I'm gonna need some fresh junk to use for replacement parts. It's a risky balancing act.
Okay, we're up to 7 GB of VRAM.
Extra carefully while I collect the junk to fix it.
Definitely on the heavier side of VRAM for this type of game.
Excuse me. I wonder if you might help me?
OBS is really not liking this. My GPU is now maxed out. We are down to 45 frames per second. Yeah, we need upscaling in some or optimization something here. The cutscenes are super heavy here. Compared to like the main game being a bit heavy. VRAM is climbing up. You probably want to have like an 8 gig for this game. You might be able to run this on a 6 gig VRAM card, but probably for the higher settings an 8 gig.
You don't happen to know a veteran rust grubber called Rusty Stamp who lives around here, do you?
That's me. I'm gonna tweak we're gonna turn off ray tracing. We're gonna tweak the graphic setting. This is just crazy. I went from rock solid pretty much 60 down to 35 frames. This optimization or tweaking or something here, this is just ridiculous.
Or would you happen to be him?
So sorry if it is not looking good in the video recording here, but
where'd you come from, huh?
We're the BBs, a crew of rust grubbers just like yourself. My name's Anna. I'm in charge. And this is our sponsor, Nether.
This voice acting is much better with the pacing of it.
This is Soma, the sword and shield of the team.
That's me.
This is Rex. She's young, but she's a very talented engineer. Hi, I'm Rex. Nice to meet you, Gramps. This is Fleming, the eyes and ears of the team.
Yo.
Okay, I don't think we need an introduction to every little character here right now. Come on.
Wait, what? What do you mean the comic relief?
So, what do you want with an old man like me?
Old man? Shouldn't it be with an old rabbit like me?
Starting today, we'll be exploring Smokestack Mountain too. But first, there's something we want
Okay, I would like this to end so I can fix the freaking graphics now, because I don't want OBS to just keep screaming at me.
Do you know what the cardinal rule of rust grubbing?
Finders keepers. Never swipe on other rust grubbers' find. You don't gotta tell me that.
I'll bet. We just wanted to make sure you respect that rule. We hate getting in pointless fights, you see.
Yeah, you and me both. The last thing I want is to waste my time playing tug of war over every scrap of junk.
Thank you for your time, sir. I'm sure we could learn a lot from an experienced digger like you.
Outsiders coming to Smokestack Mountain to go rust grubbing, huh? That hasn't happened in a long time. Young rabbits, full of spark and energy. They must be raring to get ahead of a washed-up old guy like me. The daily grind around here was getting kind of boring. This old mountain could use a change of scenery. Alright, first things first. I'd better start digging here and try to find those parts I need for the repairs. Come to think of it, didn't Jed say something about the junk around here being good for restoring cars? That rubble up ahead, is that what he said to look out for? Might as well look for that too, as long as I'm here. Car restoration is just a hobby. But it ought to be a good test of how well Junkster can still dig in this state.
Okay, are we...
Whoa,
Nope.
that's
Okay.
not a good sign. Looks like Junkster is still under the weather. I'd better be more careful.
Okay. Use the help button above your head as you make progress.
Let's do this.
What? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tweak the settings here. We're gonna... Oh my god, OBS just crapped its pants in that cutscenes like insane. So, let's see, we're gonna... This should give us quite a better performance. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try... Oh, wrong button. Right, I cannot get 120 frames. If I do this... Oh wow. That is a heavy thing. Right, so I need to pretty much run on low settings. If I want to get 120 frames, I need to run at low settings. Doesn't seem to be a huge impact of that one. This should not have any impact at all. Yeah, has zero difference on the graphics fidelity there. So this is the these are the settings I have to run now to get this to work in 120 frames. This is very weird. Playable, sure, but very weird looking. Oh, my double jump is broken. So post-processing seems to do a ton for the graphic. Yeah, this does a ton for the graphics. But now I'm barely hitting 120 frames. Yeah, I'm gonna have to limit this game to 60 frames. Again, these games need upscaling to reach 120 frames in better performance. Some tweaks maybe in the cutscenes. Frame rate limiter for sure, so you don't have to do like I do now, use external frame rate limiter. There we go. Yeah. Probably can go this high settings maybe in 60 frames per second. Ultra, high. We have turned off ray tracing. There we go. Alright, so my double jump is broken. My drill works. You blah blah blah. Help navigate the dungeon. Blah blah blah. You can move.
I see. Interesting way to put it. If it's not too hot, but don't worry.
Right, the tutorial here. Oh, block guide. Hello? Oh.
Go. Here's a good one.
I don't have my dash either.
Well, look
Okay,
at this.
so Alright, so this is how the game introduces you. You're gonna get the grapple, you're gonna get like a double jump, you're gonna get the dash, and then the game takes it away from you. Okay. A little bit like Metroid Prime, I guess.
Well, well. Smokestack Mountain seems pretty lively today. Must be those new folks who stopped by.
Hello? Is somebody out there?
I could just leave them there. But I do come through here a lot. Passing a rotting corpse while I work would be nasty. Yeah.
It's a little bit
Alright.
story focused, you know, you want more of like an introduction and then more gameplay.
McGreg? I don't know who you are, but you sure have a dirty mouth. You speak to your mother like that?
Be a good little bunny and shut your trap. I'll have you dug out in a jiffy.
And cutscene.
And there we go. Hey, you're not dead, are you?
Alright.
You're Rusty Stamp. Great, just great. Of all the rabbits to run into, it had to be you.
Alright, yeah, we can see that the cutscenes is quite more heavy. I was hitting like maybe 65-ish% of utilization on my GPU. And now here we are hitting like 83-84%. So yeah, the cutscenes are just way more demanding, so something to keep in mind.
That's quite the attitude, kid. Considering I just saved your tail. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners?
I can't believe I owe this old fossil a favor. I'm a disgrace to the Blitz Bullets.
Oh, so the BB stands for Blitz Bullets. Yeah, you're doing a real pitiful job of living up to a name like that.
Don't know how saving works. So far might be autosaves or checkpoints or save stations.
It's just plain pathetic. If you were just some ordinary rabbit, you could laugh it off.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Alright, I'm fast forwarding. I want to get more gameplay in.
Flemmy! Oh, now you find me.
I should have just kept on going and left you to rot.
Oh, you're just a mean old bully with a foul mouth to boot.
That's enough, Paul. Come here. Honestly, I can't take my eye. I don't know exactly what happened, but it seems like you helped my little brother out of a jam.
You're just as chatty as he is, huh?
Oh my god, the cutscenes never ends.
Each other safe.
Ouch. You're right. That's good advice from a... Come on, Paul. Let's go.
That one looks so much like the fist. He had like this thing on his back. Like the connection here, like if the game, those two games, this you know, Rusty Rabbit and Fist Fortune Shadow, if they are not related, this game are either just chunking a huge bite of that game. Like, because you have a drill ability in Fist Fortune Shadow, you have this on his back, his huge fist, and just holy shit, you're a rabbit. You know, you started with the kind of sitting in a bar drinking scene and some dark thing happening. It's just holy crap.
Chatting with other rabbits up here. Well, so
Right, so just go get more junks. Level up. Okay, this is new. Acquire XP by enemies or breaking blocks. When you get you will level up. And what does that do? You get skill points. When you level up the T-stamp, new skills. Right, and you also have a skills tree in this game, and it looks pretty similar to the skill tree in Fist Forge in Shadow. Gotta say, seems quite a few little similarities here. my god, let me play the freaking game. The tutorial here are just... Okay, go away, go away. Thank you. Right. So... Alright. There we go. So this with the... that one. Okay, so you have 1 point. I can get every one of this. Slightly increases overheating limit for dig attacks. I can... Oh, you can see what these are gonna do later on. Right, so you can see what you might wanna be going for. What 3? Increase youngsters' energy capacity. Okay, so more HP. Okay, more young or crafting drops. Better map stuff. This is locked, so either we probably want to get this one, you can get more, or you can get more from the map. Let's just go for this one, I don't know.
That's an improvement.
If I'm gonna play the full game, I'm gonna start from beginning anyway. I'm not gonna carry my save over, so... Okay, so there we go. So now these are marked with red. These are unlocked, but I can't get them. And these are locked. Alright, yeah. Makes fine. Good skill tree here. Crafting. Map. My weapon, my drill, and that. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, there we go.
Here's a good one. Go.
Oh, right. So my drill is very weak now. I can only use it that short period of time compared to when you start the game. So alright, yeah, the game starts with like introduction to you to what you can do later on. It's nice.
Up we go.
Right. And I'm gonna turn off the afterburner. We know the performance and stuff like that right now. So there we go. So you can see the top left how that looks. Do I have any items? Yes, okay, this is equipped, young. Still not entirely sure about the block guide. It told me what it was supposed to be, but... haven't really figured out. Maybe the block guide will make sense a little bit later on for me.
Oh, hey. Is that the junk that Jed was talking about?
Okay, alright. So you need to find that one to restore yourself, or...
Really cool! Hey, let me see. Come on, give it here!
So much for never swipe another rust scrubber's find. I thought you guys said you knew the rules.
And that goes over there. All right, I get it now. Hey, I was still looking at that.
Sorry about her, Rusty Stamp. She doesn't mean any harm. She just gets a little carried away.
You must be one of them BB folk, too. Am I right?
Yep, I'm Soma, of the Burrowing Bears. The kid is Rex.
Burrowing. Aren't you the Blitz, somethings?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Never mind. Forget I said anything. I wasn't really paying attention anyway. I probably just misheard him.
Way too much dialogue. I want to do more gameplay here between dialogues here.
She may not look like it, but this kid is a real junk expert. She's good at fixing stuff up, too. She's our secret weapon.
That's great and all, but you ought to do something about those sticky paws of hers before they get her in trouble.
I'll do that. Hey, Rex, come here and apologize to Mr. Stamp.
Sorry. But that thing you found looks so cool. I just figured it'd be wasted on you, that's all.
You call that an apology? Imagine the looks on your parents' faces if they could hear you now.
My mom and dad, they're both dead, so I guess I can't introduce you. Sorry about that.
Well, that was a weird dialogue and happy noise. Did you F them up or?
Is that so? That's a shame. I'm sorry.
You're apologizing to me too, Gramps? Guess that makes us square then,
What
right?
the? Alright.
Oh hey, I saw something really rare a while ago. I stuck a transmitter on it so I could check it out later. You showed me something neat, so now it's my turn to give you
Alright, yeah,
something.
this dialogue is too much, not doing it for me. I'm not skipping it because I'm doing this video. If I were playing this live or whatever, I would just speed read and just... yeah. More gameplay, please.
She's using some pretty swanky equipment for a kid her age, isn't she? Alright. Guess I'd better get going too. Let's find out just how expert that
This
kid
voice character
actually is.
needs to stop pausing dramatically all the time. Oh, gameplay! Whoa! Alright, I forgot I wanted to try... Options, game settings, configuration, type U. Yes. No, you still use the left stick to move. Okay. It does seem like that is hard-coded. Oops, game settings. That is hard-coded. There we go. The left stick to move thing. So far there doesn't seem to be any analog aiming, so should we try? Let me show you something. Oops, let me take the cursor. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's try this. I can showcase what I want to do here for you guys. So I want the left joystick. There we go. Left joystick. I want it to be directional pad. I want it to be D-pad up. I want it to be D-pad down. I'm sure you're getting the gist of it. Clicking should be left stick click, left joystick. There we go. Left joystick is left joystick click. There we go. And then, well, left, okay, and D-pad, we want this one to be, oh, no, this one is right. Oh, oop. I might regret this, because the game might use analog aiming, and then I am screwed. There we go. Let me go to the joystick again. Go to... oh, no, we want it to be 4 ways. There we go. We can increase the dead zone a little bit. Well, we can increase it quite a bit, so we don't accidentally activate the wrong. There we go. Now I have my D-pad. Ooh, I feel so much better. Let's go. Yeah, again, if the game doesn't rely on analog aiming, I wish we can get an option for this to swap left joystick with the D-pad.
look at this.
I wonder about this arrow, if we can disable that one. Options. I think it's good that you have a pointer. I don't remember what this was. It was something about highlighting what you needed to break or something. I might, if it... Okay, I don't know what that is. Yeah, alright. I don't think we... Maybe we can't disable this arrow? Not sure.
Whew. Looks like I can finally catch my breath. Now, let's take a look at what we have here.
I did see just OBS taking a big dip of chunking here, so I guess I'm dropped way below 60 frames again. Alright, so this is save and heal station.
Well, I'm not in any rush. It's a little soon to be heading home already, isn't it?
Sir.
Okay, is this a healing station?
Aha! Found it. There's nothing like the thrill once you've had enough of digging in the upper levels. You and not even about finding useful things. It's the mystery that hooks ya. I guess you could call it. This thing was probably.
Oh man, there's a lot of menu or cutscene and dialogue here. Oof.
So I guess you can't.
Sorry, I wanna get gameplay. I'm a bit tired of just watching cutscenes. I haven't had any real shader compilation stutters in this later part here, so maybe the first time I had stutter was just performance stutter or something else, not shader compilation stutters.
Looks like it's some kind of recording device. Useless for anything but storing. And, well, doesn't look like there's much chance. If you can't read what's stored on it, even if it's useless.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Like that? It's just,
I'm sorry, I haven't gotten a feeling for the gameplay yet. This is ridiculous.
You can find me. It seems I don't have any, apparently.
I'm not even reading. No. Okay, make sure you check the details whenever you find one. They will become checkpoints on your map. Right? Okay, so is that a save point? Can I save whenever I want? Auto save.
Consider that safe.
Oh, okay, maybe you can. Okay, next thing. Oh, buy items. I don't need to buy stuff yet, okay.
Being told to turn back makes you wanna keep going.
Alright, I hope they're gonna turn down all of these stuff as we progress later in. I'm gonna just do one thing here. There we go. OBS did drop a huge chunk, but I think it was just during a cutscene, so I think we're still good. Right, so the blue arrow, I wonder if we can disable that. I would like that one just to be... Yeah, I only need a marker on the map. I don't need it constantly, but I can't seem... like in the options, I don't see any settings for it. Like, always displayed, do not display, display when low. It just doesn't seem like it disappears. Like if we do this... No. No, it doesn't seem to turn off that one. Yeah, I really wish we could disable this arrow and only have the map. I think that's more of an interesting way to do exploration. I like that you have that as an option, but I would really want to turn that one off. The constant blue arrow, like, I don't need it. Maybe, you know, maybe it will go away by itself later on in the game. Alright, I don't have to do this. But yeah, I really don't want that arrow to be constant. Oh, and this is probably... Yeah, because we probably need some ability to do this door. The door is marked on the map, but this doesn't really tell me that it's blocked off. There is a rest area down below there. D-Tam. Alright, so let's continue on. Hopefully we will get to do some... Oop. Oh! Did not mean to do that. Hopefully we get to do some more just exploration going here. Oh. So... Oh yeah, this is just a note. I was thinking... Would it be fun if I could see what is... a healing station or something like that. What that looks like, if that is the D-Tam. Yeah, I do much prefer using the D-pad, so no, this is fun. Hopefully, again, I might be screwing myself over. We might be using analog aiming later on.
Doesn't look likely to budge. There must be some kind of mechanism for it.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Stamp, hard at work again today. You're very dedicated to your job.
Okay, more cutscenes. I was wrong.
You folks
Ooh,
again, huh?
let me play a little bit more.
Let's see.
Well, I'm on.
Looks like that door is giving...
Sounds like we're stuck on the same problem.
It seems like there are lots of doors that won't open inside Smokestack Mountain. According to Rex, most of them can be opened with something called an
ID card.
An ID card.
I'm not really sure myself. I've asked everyone to split up and search the area.
I see.
Say, old Rusty, as long as you're here,
Alright,
Sir,
find an ID
any
card to
reason
open a door.
I oughta-
you're just as stuck as we are if...
I don't know.
Alright,
I could just have a nice little net.
Well, according to what I've heard...
alright. I'm sorry for skipping this, but this is exhausting. Oh, to me. I get exhausted by just cutscenes and cutscenes and cutscenes and
By the
cutscenes.
way, Mr. Stamp, I'm
I need a
sure
little
you
bit
know
more
this
of
already,
gaming.
But keep an eye out for any odd-colored containers. It seems the Giants kept their most precious treasures in them.
That Anna seems sharper than... I've never heard of a rust...
Okay, so to open this you need
I
a
guess
key
it won't
card.
open.
There you go, and the blue arrow is guiding you. So, okay, it's marked... It's kind of marked on the map, not super clear, but you can see it have kind of like a little bit of a green tint on top there. Okay, it could maybe be marked a bit more clear, but it seems good. It seems like the map is marking like the door here for me. So you're probably not gonna be that reliant on pins.
Go.
Right, so you're supposed to get... Well, I already been up there, but the game is telling me to go up again?
Go.
Okay, so it triggers a cutscene the second time and more cutscenes.
Oh, I get it. Looks like this green, but it doesn't stay open. What a mess.
Aha! There.
You again? Leave the rambling.
Well,
Is this?
Rex said it might come.
Yeah. This is the
Right, we
exact
get
replacement.
dash
This is
ability.
more.
Us Blitzblades always.
Wait,
Right.
for Pete's sake. They're real. I never expect.
Right, sorry, but this cutscene was all just to get us our dash ability.
There. That.
Alright, I want to get gameplay in. We are like 1 hour in and I feel like I've played maybe 10 minutes.
Let's go.
Oh, that is close.
Well, look at this.
It definitely is a little bit of kind of slower pace, more exploration, more than combat gameplay so far.
Here's a good one.
Key card. Green. Or?
This is a good job.
Yep. You can open door 1.
What's the? Well, I guess. Let's go.
Oh, and you have another button here.
Go.
Are you kidding me? Oh, it's permanently open. Okay, stop, move.
Let's go.
Okay, it's not permanently. Oop, that was a bit of a big drop there, but alright. And come on. There we go. And cutscene.
Oh, is that you, Gramps?
What are you lazing around in a place like this?
Huh? I'm not.
She got herself lost again.
She just wanders off when it...
Traps.
That's right. You've seen other buttons like this around here too, right?
Yeah.
Green
I've seen it.
button opens door,
But now look at this
but this red button is what is... Oh, that's a trap. Okay,
does
red
that.
buttons are trap button. Why?
So the red button sets off a.
You really do have a dirty mouth. Anyway,
You know, speaking of.
huh? For the
Um,
brilliant...
I see.
Anyway, if you happen to find...
right, so
Rex,
we're supposed to
let me know.
find the Rex, and apparently
be
there
sure
are
to watch out
red
for
buttons
those red
triggering traps. Kind of weird. Kind of
Those
defeats the
BBs.
purpose of a trap if
I thought
it's
they were
okay.
Just a bunch of
Okay, so
Go.
kind of weird. Red button triggers a trap. Why that defeats the purpose of a trap? Weird. Okay, and we're supposed to find Rex, but we still have these blue cursors. Again, let me disable that. I just want to look at the map, like for a hint or something like that. It's a bit too much when it is just that huge thing constantly saying, hey, hey, you gotta go here. I hope the game's gonna open up a little bit more and less... a little bit less too straightforward like it feels right now. A little bit too linear feeling for a Metroidvania. Well, it might not be a Metroidvania. Jesus.
How's that?
Oh. So is green healing? No, there we go. Okay, so we have 2 more healings. These might also be some kind of... no, this repairs impair. Power leakage stall. So this is just pure healing, okay. And been donated to the church, okay.
Careful now.
And cutscene.
Huh?
Hey, Gramps.
Your big brother.
Look at...
Hey. All right.
Whoa!
If you pay careful attention to how the rubble's piled up,
I thought you were too old for that kind of thing.
did you those
Right, so it's
blocks
teaching me
did
some kind
what
of
they did
block
that.
trick here.
If you're still under them when they fall.
Huh?
For real. No matter how tough you are.
Right.
Oh, for Pete's.
Hello? I want a quick! Yes, there we go.
Damn it. Well, look at this.
Yeah, combat is really sluggish so far. If you keep blah 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 and take your right blah blah for the blah blah blah, then stay away.
What kind of war? Anyway. Go. Here's a good one.
Alright, the arrow is pointing. No, it's still. Oh! Wanted to do this. The arrow is still there. It was blocked by my character to the down on my left, but no, the arrow is still there. And cutscene. Jesus freaking Christ, dude! And we are
Sounds like
dropping
something's
frames, so
moving around up ahead.
this is dropping below 60 frames in this cutscene for some reason there.
Looks like there's trouble. What?
Okay,
Rust beasts.
so first kind of boss
This
or
whole
something,
area's
or is it a
infested
big enemy or what? Maybe just an enemy. Yes, or while dashing. Oh right. Oh, have we gotten? Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, you have a bigger jump, I guess. Oh, and you can't climb that one.
Go.
So
Let's go. Damn it. Oh.
damn, I took a lot of damage there.
Found her. Anna, look. Rex is right over there.
Wait right there. Yes.
I'm glad you made it.
Huh?
You got it.
I'm sorry, I can't do this with all of these cutscenes here. Holy shit! And for a demo,
Maybe there's.
I haven't played like for a solid like 10 minutes in a row here. I haven't played and just getting a feeling for the gameplay yet.
And if I
Jeez.
let's go.
And cutscene.
Wow, that was amazing.
It's all that.
I'd expect.
I'll figure.
Wow.
Our little
What kind?
I'm speed reading, that's why I'm not pressing like start to kind of skip all of the text together. I actually am kind of
Keep saving our tails, don't
like
you, old
picking like importance thing here to keep up with what they're telling you, even if it doesn't look like it.
but we've got a
A mission.
Hey, old rock.
Before I join.
It stands for the name of.
Right. I appreciate.
well, if you have
Hey, wait a second. These are
I'm
the
pretty much like
blueprints for a
reading
new
like every
part that I just
third
finished
word or something like that and focusing on the orange or yellow text to like keep up with the text here. You can craft new equipment. Okay, it's gonna be a crafting game. All right, I'm not a crafter dude, but all right, could be interesting.
Holy. Sheesh. At least.
And cutscene. Oh, and that's the end of the demo. What? What? Oh, come on! Alright. Time played. About an hour. Time actually playing or controlling the character. 5 minutes. I don't know, exaggerating. Wow. I like the demo, you know, and if you just go by time, if you watch all the cutscene, that's a good chunk of the demo. But gameplay-wise, this leaves a lot to be you know, wished for, because so far I I don't know if this game gonna be more exploration, more combat, or what is it, more puzzle? It doesn't say Metroidvania, but I feel it's gonna be a Metroidvania by, you know, the feel of the game and stuff like that, and the map. But none of these things are conveyed in this demo. It's just kind of like a ton of like backstories and basic tutorial introduction that should have been done could have been done in a different way. Yeah, you're just chunking everything together here, like, whoa! I don't find that good. Again, to compare to Fist, you know, that game is combat and you know, Metroidvania, focusing on that kind of part. And the unfortunate thing, I love that, right? And the little sad thing here is, there we go. Not right now. The sad thing is that if this is gonna be combat focused with, you know, exploration, Metroidvania element on top of that, the combat felt clunky. And if it's gonna be platforming and stuff like that, it's also a bit clunky, but better. If it's gonna be more exploration and puzzle, it could be, you know, crafting more, could be more of a solid experience. But I don't like that there is like this kind of frame delay or something like that before you jump, you know. You go right, you press jump, the character kind of stops and jump. It's very minor, but I feel it and it puts me off. And when the brief introduction to like the grapple felt a little bit like, not like you want it, I felt like you have to be a bit too precise. It could be nice with more of an auto aim of the grapple points or something, not as smooth as it could have been. The double jump with like the kind of hoover thing when I tried to dodge an enemy felt a little bit again floaty, sluggish there, so the combat hasn't felt what I wanted to be, snappy and precise and like that. So I'm gonna have to wait for reviews or something, or maybe, I don't know, depending on price and whatever, to dig in. Fist, Force and Shadows, the kind of intro to that game just grabs me much better. It has a little bit too much dialogue too in my preference, but you get much quicker and you get more of a feeling for just the combat and stuff, and it has more of a fluid to that type. I'm still not sure, you know, is this combat focus, is this exploration focus, is this puzzle focus, I don't know. But yeah, if it is combat, the combat is not grabbing me right now. But if it's gonna be something else than just mostly combat focused, it could be really interesting. I think the graphics, again, I have to compare it because they feel so similar in many ways. I think that I prefer Fist, bit darker overall vibe and graphic a little bit. But this has, it looks good, but it's not, yeah, I don't know. Something just speaks a little bit more to me of the Fist vibe of graphic here. Something here is not giving me the same kind of oomph. It's still interesting and stuff like that. But, you know, options wise, this is top notch, except for, you know, I would really like to turn off the guide button. That like the arrow, the blue arrow that's just in my face, go here. I want that just to be able to disable that. Have it just on the map. This is where you're supposed to go. That's good enough for me. I open the map. I see where I'm kinda supposed to go, like in the vicinity. So I would really like to disable that. I don't think you can by these buttons. It doesn't seem like it. And then we have the graphic settings. It's a very heavy game. It would be nice if you could optimize so the cutscenes and the base game has more of the close performance. It's kind of a bit weird, like the game runs great, and then you jump into cutscenes, and at one time I went from like half my FPS in one of the earlier cutscenes there, when you first meet the BB gang. It's like I was having rocking 60 solid, and then it's just like 35 frames. That's like insane. The cutscenes and the in-game would be really nice if they could be more closer together. And again, we're gonna need a frame rate limiter here, 30, 60, 120, 144 at least, so we don't have to use external tools, because you know it's gonna, in many ways it's gonna be a better experience to just say, okay, I'm gonna get this just 60 frames as locked as I can, instead of letting it going from 80, 75, 90 and you know going up and down. And upscaling is definitely gonna be needed for this game, for if you wanna, you know, for lower tier cars, and for my ARC B580 that is on the lower tier end here, and to be able to keep the graphics up a little bit. There's gonna be a huge positive help here, so upscaling options. And lastly, I wouldn't think it's a bad thing, because the game hasn't felt like it is super input precise, so I think this would be probably nice if we could get built-in frame generation. You could use external tools like lossless scaling. That's gonna be a little bit problematic just because the cutscenes are so heavy. So the cutscenes are gonna be all over the place, and then, you know, lossless scaling might work fine for the base game mostly. So it would be much nicer if it could be within the game engine itself added. But other than that, options is solid as hell. It's solid graphics, just, you know, not super oofy to me. Story is, it's quirky and stuff like that. It's nothing too crazy or anything. It's just a little bit too much in a big chunk for me in the beginning here. The main character's voice acting, make it a little bit less dramatic pausing all the time, maybe, you know, so it like chunks together. Don't have this like several seconds long just pauses. Other than that, story wise, you know, nice and stuff. Audio, yeah, it's there. It's nothing that sticks out as bad, but nothing that also sticks out that like, oh my god, this is oof. So, you know, it's just a solid good experience audio wise. And you know, I touched on the gameplay already. I really feel that we would be nice to have to be able to swap left joystick and the D-pad, unless the game has some heavy analog aiming. If it doesn't have heavy analog aiming that, you know, that can be played with just 8 directional, I guess I understand why you are forcing us to use the left analog stick. But yeah, you can fix this with, you know, the Steam controller input API, you know, but yeah, I wish we didn't have to use that. But yeah, I think this is all I have to say about this game. Could be something, but this demo unfortunately didn't really answer all the questions for me. It's gonna come down to if this gonna be more action, you know, combat based. I like those games, so that's gonna speak more to me. But then again, the combat so far is not really feeling that great. It feels slow, a little bit sluggish. Like some of the enemies there, the huge hitboxes and how you hit, it just hasn't grabbed me, the combat. So for good and for bad, you know, if this is not combat heavy, this could be a very solid experience, but then unfortunately it's gonna be less of an interesting game for me. If this game is gonna be more combat heavy, that's more interesting game to me, but then again, the combat, at least what I've used so far, hasn't been that crazy feeling. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to wait for reviews or someone to play it or whatever, we'll see. Might or might not be playing this in the future on Twitch, but you can always leave a like and you know, comment if you want to do that, and you can follow my YouTube or check back to my YouTube channel if you don't want to miss me trying, you know, demos like this and games and stuff related to video games. But that's gonna be it for this video, so thank you for watching, have a great day, and bye for this time.